all these haters, all these racist haters, all these people that think they're the elect or the elite, you know, and the white man is the devil, and the white man's the demon, and the white man's this, the white man's that.
Kind of along with the Islamists there, but he actually kind of comes from the black Israelite philosophy. He believes that all black people are representative of the true Israelites. There are many reasons why this is false.
Black people who claim they have Hebrew roots and that they are Jews, and a lot of them actually live in America, and they've got African roots, and the people of Africa have been proven not to have anything to do with the Jews or Hebrew roots.
It's not a black and white thing. Rapper ain't black and white either. There's no Jew, Gentile, male, female in the spirit. Okay, we're all one in the spirit, those who are in Christ. Okay, there were some comments there as well about black and white and all that stuff.
But it's also because of your racism and your violence and verbal speech of violence, and also the comments from your subscribers saying, get her, let her burn. Okay, when you want to display violent, verbal, abusive remarks like that, and you want to be racist because of my skin colour, and because you think that all Gentiles are going to burn and, going to hell and whatever you want to say, like the way that you come across, and you're swearing and being abusive and name-calling and just being filthy and disgusting, YouTube takes that very serious. So my advice to you is, and it's a warning to you, that both of those videos are going to be removed, and YouTube's going to be monitoring both your accounts. So I would not be surprised if they actually, shut down both your channels because of your violent, verbal, abusive, racist remarks.
This motherfucker rapped the racist ass news channel. What a fucking racist bitch. Here I go. I went and put a comment immediately. Yep, calling you out, Rap. Somebody came to me talking about all your racist bullshit with your little fucking cult. Here we go. Here's a good comment.
Is Rap the News. And we're going to get into the racism that they're talking about. I'm not going to get into the comments about what they saying that the people are saying as if that has anything to do with me. You're accountable for what people are saying because you read the truth out of the Bible. And then look what they're saying. Yes, sir, I will never watch him again. The police need to be called on this jerk. All of this is fair, because you read the scriptures, and you took it out of context, so the police can be called on you. Hopefully get killed. Amen, sister. If I knew who he was, I'd report him. The fact that he brags about it in YouTube should get his channel removed. You know what I mean? If it was something this violent and extreme, because these are extremists right here. These are terrorists. And they're terrorists. Come on, face it, they're terrorists. Oh, the video he says in it is called Love Thy Brother. I have reported it to YouTube for child abuse. That's what he's writing. For child abuse. I don't even have children. I'm talking about I have adults. All my kids are adults. Wow. And they can come to my house looking for children and be disappointed. That's just dumb. Almost on Prophecy Watch. Good. I'm glad you did it. This is the perpetual hatred that God is talking about of his people. They don't, and listen, you heard them, they don't want to accept you as God's chosen people. Now you from Africa and living in a mud hut, sucking the shit out of the back of a cow's ass. No, we not African at all, and they can't stand that you ain't. Good, I'm glad you did. I only listened to him once time a while back and got a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. You're going to have a hot feeling when you land in hell. Watch this. So, here go the infamous verses, people, that makes them all mad. And you see the date. This was done today. Isaiah 37:29, because they rage against me, says God. Watch this. They rage against me, says God. I'm only reading the scriptures. So if they call themselves pissed off at me for reading the scriptures, they really pissed off at God, because I didn't write not one word. Me and God ain't had no agreement to come piss these demons off. They pissed off because they hate the words of God. And I say that 3 times to all of you. You pissed off because you hate the words of God. That woman talking about violence and all this stuff that I'm threatening and violence and, it's bullshit. I'm reading the scriptures of God. Anybody who rational can tell you that you are insane. How much medication do you take, woman? And this is what God said. Because you rage against me and your tumult, your oppression has come up to my ears. Therefore will I put hooks in your nose. And when God said He's going to do that, He is going to do that. He's going to bridle you up just like a horse. And my bridle in thy lips. And I will turn thee back by the way which you came. So you came in on your feet, you're going to leave on your back, man. Giddy up, right? Giddy up. And so you mad at me. What am I taking out of context? What did I twist there? You can't twist that. It's just so frank that you just say it directly. There's no twisting to that. It's direct. Psalms 9:17. The wicked shall be turned into hell. You can say you could take that out of context. How do you take that out of context? You're the wicked. The wicked, it runs the earth. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know who you are. And all the nations. Why? Because they forgot God. How they forget God? They don't know God because they sacrifice into idols and devils, says God in the New Testament. They know I'm telling the truth. They know the verses in the New Testament. I could have placed them here, but I would have a lot of verses. I'm just trying to make it short and to the point. Even though they never had God's written law, it says right here that all the Gentiles is going to be destroyed if they sin. That means your Christ crucified then lied, huh? Christ crucified then lied. Because I thought He came to save the Gentiles. How's He going to save the Gentiles when all of y'all is getting turned into hell? It ain't funny, but it's funny because it's a lie. The Gentiles sin, they will be destroyed. If you go against the Torah, you're going to be destroyed. The whole Bible is going against the Torah. All the infiltration goes against the Torah. You should have known it was infiltrated. Even though they never had God's written law, you're still going to get destroyed. She talking about, she reported me to YouTube because I said that. Or did I say that? I'm just reading what God says in Romans 2:12, right? And this is Paul of Tarsus, right? Jeremiah 30:11. I will make a full end of all the nations. They trying to make God like He a terrorist for saying what He is actually going to do. And they can't stop Him. You're going to be mad because of that, huh? They're going to be mad in hell, huh? Even though they never had God's written law. But they said, I will make a full end of the nations where I have scattered thee. Who is thee? Transatlantic slave trade. You know full well who it is. The ones who did a spell 400 years. The ones who is scattered. Never have this ever happened. It happened to God's chosen people. And God is saying, everywhere they at, I'm gonna end all of y'all. They mad because of the one white guy I said that he said he'll just move where we ain't. Thanks for the information. That's a logical person. Because he trying to save himself. You're going to save yourself one or two ways. You're going to be with God's people being nice to them. God forbid, huh? Or you're going to try to escape and go somewhere where we ain't. Either way is cool. Amos 9:12. Then you will capture and possess the remnant of Edom. Who is Edom? The white man. How am I twisting that? You can go do your research and find out who Edom is. And you can go do your research and find out who's capturing and possessing Edom. Has that happened yet? None. Have this happened yet? No. Have that happened yet? Sometimes. And all the heathen, and all of the heathen, and of all the heathen you're going to capture and you're going to make them slaves. Those who, and it says it, who have led into captivity will be taken into captivity. Ain't nothing that you or I can do about it. God said it and it shall be done. You can call that racism, but you are apparently very ignorant. Isaiah 40:17. All nations before him are nothing. Watch this. You can read the whole verse. You can read the above and below. There's no way you can take this out of context. It is just direct. It is no way you're twisting the scriptures. Watch. Everybody listen for the twist. All the nations which are Gentiles before him, before God, are as nothing. You can't make something out of that. You know what I mean? You can't twist that. They are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. And then the other one says what? In the end time, they're going to come and say, our fathers have inherited nothing but lies and vanity and things that where there is no profit. And they know the consequences. So the unprofitable servant into hell. There's no way that the nations is going to escape hell. Obadiah 1:18. In the house of Esau for a stubble. What did I mean? A burning brand. The brand that you take to start the fire, to keep it going. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. Tell me when I'm twisting. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, which is the white man. So God is saying what? He's going to destroy you all. I have read the other verses where he said he's going to make a full end of you. And you're not going to be remembered. For the Lord has spoken it. Did Raptor News speak it? No, I'm just reading it. But who spoke it? God spoke it. You going to stop that old lady? You ain't going to stop nothing, man. You're going to be one of them. That you're going to suffer. And you know why you mad? Because you see the end coming. Because God already written about you, your type. It says that the nations are wrath because of thy, the nations were angry because of thy wrath have come. Go look it up. I think it's Revelations. Joel 3:19. Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. That means all of Edom is going to be a level plain. It ain't going to be no inhabitant there. He already said he's going to make a full end of y'all, right? All the heathen, And so, not any remaining. So, it just, Obadiah and Joel, they got together to hate against y'all. No, it's just the truth from God. And why? Because of the violence against the children of Judah. And because they have shed innocent blood in their land. That's why. And then what y'all doing? Calling the police on Raptor News and harassing me, get my channels taken down. Mad because somebody gave me a donation. I have never, this kind of insanity I have never seen. Well, I have seen it, but come on, this is ridiculous. It's 2019. It just don't stop, huh? Stupid is, huh? Okay, Ezekiel 25:14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom. This got anything to do with Raptor News? You mad at me because I'm reading it? You're mad at me because I'm reading it? Yes, they burning up. I mean, you heard that one fool? I'm coming for you, brother! You know what I mean? He gonna come and kill me because I'm reading the scriptures. By the hand of my people. God is saying the opposite, huh? Israel. I am going to lay my vengeance upon you by the hands of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, says the Lord God. This got anything to do with Raptor News. This got anything to do with racism. This is what they're calling the racism. Highly ignorant people, man. Isaiah 45:20. And I can read anything from the beast to anything, and I'll prove everything that I'm reading by the scriptures. It ain't like I got to twist the scriptures. They blunt. Gather together and come assemble, you fugitives from the nations. Ignorant are those who carry about these idols, these crosses and stuff, of wood, who pray to a God that can't save, or gods that can't save, the Trinity. Full well what God is talking about. 2 Chronicles 32:14. Who was there? It's always these strange people God talking about. That's you. Who was there among all the gods of those nations that my fathers utterly destroyed, that could deliver his people out of my hand? You can't get delivered out of your hand. God said there is nobody that can deliver out of his hand. How did you come up with Christ crucified then? Y'all all is blaspheming the laws of God. And it already told you. And let's go back up to it before I finish reading that. It already told you. When the Gentiles sin, that's sin is transgression of the law. It's already defined for you in the New Testament. You will be destroyed. And so if all of the Edom is getting destroyed, that means none of y'all is getting it. Y'all still waiting for some God who what? Cannot save. Y'all still waiting for some God that what? Cannot save. You know, I even try to use logic, and you can't use logic on people with no logic. Supposedly you high IQ, but you ain't got no sense. So I said, watch. If God's people did 430-year spell in Egypt, and then they did a 40-year spell after Egypt for disobeying God, and then after Jesus Christ came, his people got taken back into slavery and doing a 400-year spell right now. And we at the end of that 400-year spell, we have did 870 years in captivity, oppression, our children being taken away from us, like the Bible said, destroyed and stuff, our homeland destroyed, right? And we captive in the land that's not ours, and where we be ill-treated until the time of the Gentiles. Ill-treated by who? The Gentiles. That all that's okay, huh? You know, and then watch this. We done did 870-year spell of hell. And all y'all got to do is say the magic words, Jesus saves, and then y'all get a free ride when God said you counted as nothing. Come on, y'all out of y'all rabbit-ass minds, man. You're going to suffer, you're going to burn, you're going to pay like God said you was. And the only way to get out of that, he said, he is going to bless those who bless us, and he's going to curse those who curse him. Be a part of the blessing. You know, watch, it's overwhelming to a lot of whites to be nice to black people. And you don't think you the people who trodden down God's people to the end of time? How crazy can y'all be, man? Let's wrap the news.